Episode 36. Sink, what's going on with the head, man?
It's out. Got my lion's mane out today. Here.
Man said we doing it, and I am going to embody his
My
hairstyle.
Mufasa / Pennywise and split.
I'm going to got this. I got this.
Just know I'm
36.
not bald, bitches.
Shout out to the bald bitches, bald bitches, bald bitches, bald
Hey.
bitches, bald bitches. Why you ain't got no hair up there? Now, let me stop. Yeah, what's this? Yeah, we way off topic. What's this, man? Welcome to Derry. We've been on a it block. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For those who's following us, we've been on a 3-week it block.
And we're coming to
we
the current end.
It's 1990 it. We did the 2020?
2017 and
2017
19.
rendition. And this is 2019. Bringing it up. Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry. It's a pretty good ass show. I'm gonna just start off with this shit should have been a movie. Season 1 should have been a movie. I don't know why they didn't do a movie like this. It's kind of like, no, it definitely should have been a movie. Definitely should have been a movie.
Nah, because then you want 3 hours instead of 8 episodes, bro. You're cutting the story down so much.
I feel like, but I feel like a lot of it was just like fluff. Like a lot of it was fluff, but
well,
you know,
it
was like, but it was.
You need it.
It was cool fluff. But you know, I feel like it could have been a movie. It could have been cut down to a movie. Though. But it was a great show.
I would not have. I probably would have enjoyed it, but like I enjoy what they gave me, and having the 8 hours that I got, I definitely wouldn't want to.
For me, that the 8 hours for me was kind of like harsh. I was like, oh my god.
This nigga acts like you don't watch TV
because
shows.
I felt like. It was crazy because even watching some of the episodes, I already knew what was going to happen. Like, I'm like, yeah, this is about to happen, and this is about to happen. Like, and it was, I was right. Like, brand new coming to the show, so it was like I felt like it. I don't know. Maybe I'm watching too many shows. Maybe it's just this horror block that I'm on. This it block. It was very predictable.
It probably is that. It probably is it because remember he doesn't really break formula. He's got a formula.
So it's probably just it block. It's probably just it block that I was on. That I was just like the 8 hours a little excruciating for me, but it was good though. It was very good. The show was very good. Like the story, everything is very good.
I feel like every episode packs a punch.
Episode 1 to the last episode is very good.
Yeah, I feel like every episode packs its own punch in a different way and stuff like that.
Yeah, it definitely does. I'm not, even though I said what I said, I'm not kind of no slack. It was a great show.
I don't think they could have made all the connections that they make to like present day Derry if they don't approach it in the way they do.
I mean, there's a lot.
You'd have to cut out a lot. Yeah, you'd have to cut out a lot. Like, think about how do you cram in stuff like the black spot and all that stuff in like a 2 hour slot? Like, you need to properly.
You give it like a movie magic, bro. You give it like a 30-second clip, like they rolled up real quick.
That's
they kind of like insinuated.
You watch episode 7 and you would be fine with a 30-second showing of what happened there.
This was before. Now I'm talking before seeing this as a show. If I'm trying to say, if they would have gave this as a movie before the show, this would have been it would have been satisfying that way.
I feel like it wouldn't have hit the same. It'd hit like because it's Pennywise doing Pennywise things, but like seeing it in its totality, where you got that 10 to 15 minutes at the beginning of the episode where it was just focused on that, I thought was awesome. I'm gonna make a comparison. That was literally just like the same thing as Sinners. That scene right there with the black spot where everybody's just chilling and the wrong people come around and it becomes a shit show when the wrong people get around, and Pennywise just took full advantage of that moment, and and it was a necessary moment, and that was a whole necessary storyline because that whole episode is giving you multiple like impactful storylines. It's giving you like the Bob Gray backgrounds, the Ingrid stuff, the shit with the black spot and Richie's death. Rest in peace, King Richard. Like that all was meaningful. So like I can't see that be broken down into
that was the deaths in this show was very like surprising. Like I was like, Dad, these kids are dropping left and right.
The first
and even
episode,
though that's what it do, but it's like some of them was just like how like let's bring up Rich, like what I'm saying, just dropping like it didn't even get them. It was just a straight mob and fire and shit like that, anger, fear. Like it was just crazy how he died. I was like, damn.
That show sets the tone in the first episode when they kill off Maddie, Ted, Phil, and
Yeah, right, Because
Because
Phil,
my jaw dropped the first time I saw it. This is my second watching, but my first time my jaw dropped. And honestly, I had a lot of those same reactions the second time I watched it. Like,
let me ask you, that little kid in the beginning was Maddie, right? He looked very different throughout the show, but that was Maddie
the one that was in the
episode.
car where we're like, ow, 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 ow. Yeah, that's Maddie.
Yeah, he looked. Dang, he looked like he must have really ran away because he looked like he was like real starving and hungry at that
Well,
point and stuff like that. Like, damn.
that was kind of the point of what Pennywise was doing to give you like a Maddie that looked like Maddie, but like if he was just ran away for a long time to lure the kids into the tunnel. Which, as you can see, like
That one he looked better than I'm talking about the one from the pilot. Is that Maddie?
oh well, he's
The
like a
guy.
neglected kid.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Is that the same person? Like
He's a
that's like
runaway. Remember, he says it in the episode where he returns. He's like, "I've ran away before. I'll do it again." Like, so
right. He like it's crazy because Pennywise brought him back. He looked better than when he did in that first episode. Like health wise and shit. That was
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That
Um,
was wild.
I enjoyed every character in this show. Ronnie gets on my nerves a lot of times throughout the show, but I totally am understandable of why she's being the annoying person,
I love
the
Ronnie.
annoying
He
rude
said, I
person.
should whoop your ass, nigga, for what you did to my
Yeah, when
daddy.
she's
Like,
having
for real,
good
I was
moments,
feeling
she's
that
having good moments, but then she's got like mad attitudey moments. I'm like, Ronnie, you're like just fucking
Who I
up the
wasn't
vibes.
feeling like all the way
Marge
was
is
the
another one.
was the main one. Now Marge was okay when she came around with the one eye, when she did a little but that was all right. But like the main one, what's up in the girl name?
Lily. I don't feel like
Yeah.
Lily gets painted as the main character right away, and I like with the Losers Club and all this, there really isn't a main character, so I don't think she's meant to be looked at as like the main one. She's just a very vital piece to the story. One of the things
The
I
most
wanted to
vital
bring
one,
up,
whatever. But she kind of got on my nerves. I was like, all right, I'm done with you by like episode 6.
she's not super impactful because realistically, she's just like a bridge. She's the one that's getting it. She was getting it kind of the worst because like she was already getting looked at like a crazy person.
Yeah,
But
she was not. She definitely got it the worst. Definitely got it the worst. And then to find out that
I
lady
can't
who was
say
helping her
the
was like
worst.
Pennywise's daughter.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, not really Pennywise's daughter, but Bob Gray's
Well,
daughter,
yeah,
who
what was
was
that?
being
What was the guy named
fooled.
Bob?
Bob Gray, and
Yeah,
she's basically being fooled, like he does with Henry Bowers in the movie. Uh,
yeah. I thought
he
that story was cool. The
he
Bob Gray story was
uses
cool.
somebody else also throughout this story, and I can't remember who at this point right now. But I wanted to make a connection. Well, not a connection, but a distinction. If you go talking about Lily, if you talk about what she said at the end of the show when she was like, "Yo, whenever he comes back, that's somebody else's problem to deal with."
Mm.
It shows the total difference in why the losers succeed because the losers don't have that mentality. They have the mentality of we have to stop him. There's no letting this continue so other kids get harmed and whoever falls on next. No, we got to come back. We got to be the ones that end this. Where Lily is just like, and they don't really show anybody opposing it. They're just like, whatever. And the handlings are there kind of just being overseers and stuff like that. And even when you go to like the theme song kind of points out that that's Derry in a whole. Uh, they're very much about like putting on the nice dress, putting on the smile, looking like things are okay. And then like even the song says like halfway through, the bigger I smile, the more my troubles go away and stuff like that. The more they just fake it, the more it's like it's not there. And that's Derry in a
Yeah,
nutshell
pretty much.
outside of the Losers Club. They just act like
Yeah,
nothing's going
I think,
wrong.
yeah, we see that. Yeah, we see that like through. I think every rendition shows that too.
Yeah, and the
In a
dairy
way.
is like that, and that's what makes the losers club so important is because they're the opposite. They're the ones who went against the grain and did something about it. So I thought that was a pretty interesting
Well,
viewpoint.
she's you know what the difference is though? They're the losers club and she's just a loser. Because they're not technically not the losers club. He just called them losers when he yelled that out. That's why I feel like that's like the main difference. You know what I mean? Like they was like sort of more like the losers club.
They're
And
not
they just
really
losers.
heroes. Yeah, they're not really heroes.
Yeah.
They're just right place, right time, doing the right thing.
Basically on some shit.
um,
But how he did like how he did Phil and other homeboy, like just like
Teddy.
how it looked. That was grimy,
So
bro.
Teddy is a relative of Stanley.
Oh wow.
They're both yours.
Oh shoot. Didn't notice that. Caught that.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
a couple of
That's
these
crazy how
connections
he
throughout
died.
the show.
That's wild. He just killed his relatives early, and then Stanley actually is the one who commits suicide,
So
right?
you just finished. Did you catch who the old lady actually is? The one that you see at the end talking to Beverly?
You know what? I'm not even gonna hold you. I know and he right, y'all. I just seen it, but I was like, we were like setting up for the show
That's
as I was looking
Ingrid.
at it. Who?
That's Ingrid.
That's Ingrid.
That's Ingrid years later. Because when you see Beverly
28
Marsh,
years later.
it's that's 88, right before the events of It actually starts.
Oh shit.
So 27 years later, when she returns to her house and she sees Kirsch on the door, and the old lady comes to the door, and it happens to be Pennywise.
Yeah.
It's him using her image
But
this time.
But as Ingrid,
because she eventually obviously has to pass away at some point. Because it's another 27
right.
years after she's already old. But that's who that is that you see in the final clip talking to Beverly Marsh.
Oh shit, they did a good job, man.
That's why her
I'm
using the line
gonna
is
go back.
relevant. That's why her using the line was a big deal, because she used that. Well, Pennywise uses that same line when Beverly returns.
That same
home.
when in the movie.
Nobody ever dies.
Oh yeah, that's
Which, if you look at the
right.
concept of Pennywise, technically right, because he is like just living through all these different people. One of the things I wanted to talk about for sure was
That's crazy. Wow, I didn't know I missed that. That was dope. That's dope. That's a dope connection.
They don't really point it out, but I interpreted it as he took Bob Gray's image because he saw Bob Gray as the loved character, and it drew a
no, he says it. He says it right there. He said, remember he was like, the children seem to be attracted to you, and then Bob Gray was like, that's an odd thing for a child to say.
Yes, but what I was gonna say is think about what a clown is. It's either you love him
or you scared of him.
So it's the perfect thing for Pennywise, and he just took the whole stick and ran with it for years.
You know what was a cool scene? When Harlan was the fearless one, and then it was Harlan's son, something like that.
Hanlon and Dick Halloran.
Right, there we go.
Dick Halloran is the one from The Shining.
All right. That dope scene at the end, last episode, when he got into its mind and he made him go back and feel like he was like Bob Gray. I mean, but he is like a god thing, so he quickly figured out. He's like, I'm not Bob. But yeah, he got slapped. That shit was funny, bro. Y'all was dying.
Fuck out of here, Ed.
He said, you raced him.
Bro, I am an eater of worlds. Bang!
Oh yeah,
the fuck up.
That was dope. That whole last scene, actually, they did very well on that. They did very well on that.
They do well with like every scene in the fucking show, bro. There's nothing wrong with this show, honestly. Like, this show is better than the movies.
It is. It is. Easily. And that's what I feel like. It should have been, if not a 3-part movie, it should have been like a 2-part movie, something like that. Like, you're not going to have anything to squeeze it all in.
So for me to go back to for why it works as a TV show, and I felt like the 4, 5, you don't see him until like the end of episode 5, like midway through 5. I felt like that.
I think it's
that holding off, whatever it is, that holding off of seeing Pennywise makes the show for me. Because when they hit, yet again, when I was watching this shit again, I had that triumphant feeling when he finally showed up on the screen. I was like, ooh, the payoff feels so good. Like, it feels so good.
I think, wait, what was the first episode? Remind me, I just seen it. What was the first episode they showed him? Because I think it was when,
it's like episode 5, like, toward, like, right at the end.
Right, but I'm trying to think how he did it. I think he came out of something like he was.
Damn, why do I forget how they first show him?
It was dope too. Because
is it in the tunnels? Oh, it's in the tunnels. It's in the tunnels when Maddie turns back into Pennywise. Once Maddie gets him into the tunnels and he turns back into Pennywise. That's the first time you see him.
That was fire. Because you seen his head crack a little bit as he was spinning the pole.
It's like, it's like I said in the last episode, he plays with his food too much.
I think if they're not like at prime fear, like
yes,
like,
but he goes further than that, bro. Like, he don't get enough. He be like overdoing it. He be having them scared. He be knowing they scared.
He needs
like,
them at that.
Let me add a little more seasoning. He's like, let me add a little more seasoning. And
It's like, it's like if it's not good enough. But it's crazy because if he smells you as a kid, and he doesn't catches you,
He
he
remembers
remembers the
you.
smell. And then as an adult, he don't give a fuck if you scared. I mean, you know what's wild? I think when the adults really face him, like really see, they be scared, like they be terrified.
I found it
I
interesting
feel
that
like,
more adults see him because it makes me feel like other grown-ups have seen him or can see him, and it's probably because they dealt with him when they were kids. So like some of these people who could see him now, who were always in Derry, when we go back 27 years, they'll probably be part of the cast that we see because they probably dealt with him and have vague memories
I think the balloon being a very prominent thing figure in this one, like how the dad seen it, the lady, the nurse, and the other child seen it. It was like a few people seen it in this series. I think that was pretty dope too. Like that was cool. Like you know what I mean? It's like it was almost like very ominous. Like you knew, like when the dad seen it, he didn't know what was going on. He ran back to the son in the lake. But when they saw the balloon, he just knew something was going on. He's like, "What the fuck is going
because
on
it's
now?"
off.
Like,
It's just off. And rest in peace to his homie too.
yeah, he like, nah, something's going on. Like, even if I really don't believe my son, like somebody like I came out the water to grab him, like now this fucking balloon is floating. Like, nah, what's going on? Like, what the fuck is up? Like,
Nah, yeah. He was
but
all over the
yeah,
place.
like, but how they introduced it though? Episode 1, the pilot episode was crazy with the bat, with the before it got to the movie theaters, coming out the lady. That was crazy. That was very graphic and very like that was wild. Like, and then they had another graphic scene, similar scene when Ronnie mom was trying to get her back in the womb. I'm like, damn, this is crazy.
That scene is so
They
crazy.
had a lot of
That scene is fucking
that scene
crazy.
is wild.
Because I was gonna ask you what scene really fucks you up the most. Because I have a scene in this show that actually like fucks me up a little bit, and it's
that fucks me up the most.
the Marge scene when her eyes do the fucking caterpillar thing, the slug thing.
Yo,
That shit had me. I was like,
yo. And you know what? I'm glad she survived and like kind of continued the story. Believe Lily. Like I'm glad they connected that because I thought she was dead. Honestly, I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. Like you know what I mean? But that was cool. I think what happened?
No, I ain't say nothing.
I think I really think the scene we just spoke about, the Ronnie scene and the mom was really like the craziest scene for me. Like it wasn't like a highlight for me, but I'm just looking at it like, damn, she got the umbilical cord around her. She had to bite the umbilical cord, nasty as fuck. She had the fucking she did the shit. Her wound turned into like a fucking like you know that shit with mad teeth and shit like that, like worms with mad teeth. That shit look crazy, like some Dune shit. That shit turned into some Dune. She had
the
Dune
Dune
pussy.
worm.
That shit was wild. Fucking and then when she stood up, it was even crazier. Like it just kept getting wilder and wilder. I was like, nah, this scene is dope. Like it was a dope ass scene. Like you know what I mean, dope ass scene.
Right. And if I thought he was creepy in the first 2 movies, he has so many more creepy moments in the show, bro. Like he's just all over the place. Every time he's deadlighting everybody, bro. He's deadlighting everybody.
Oh, everybody's getting deadlight. Everybody's getting. He was handing them shits out like chips. Nigga. He didn't give a fuck.
Bro, everybody floating around
Yo, the
here.
scene at the school.
Oh yeah, when he puppets the principal and all that stuff. Purposely lets the high schoolers leave.
Crazy.
Purposely lets the high schoolers leave and stuff like that.
That was fine. He did some what you call that Pied Piper shit.
Yeah, had all the kids trailing him and stuff like that.
Yeah, that shit was fire too. That shit was dope. I'm like, is that really like? Does he ever get a large collection like that? Because remember, he was asleep. Like he was done after the black
because they burnt the pillar like some fucking idiots, man. Fucking Francis Shaw, man.
Yeah, right, yeah, fucked it
fucking
all up.
Idiot.
And then he got up. But then he got up and went on a feast though, like he never ate before.
Well, he didn't.
Like that was wild.
I don't think he actually ate anything other than the soldiers prior to that.
You're right. He just deadlight everybody. You're right.
Yeah, because he was collecting. He was basically collecting. He was gonna hibernate with that shit, bro. He was gonna store them bodies for later.
Nigga, like 27 years. When I wake up, I'll be good.
I don't even gotta go outside. I don't know why this dude.
27 years from now, I'm gonna be good. I'm good right now.
I don't know why this dude thought that was the play. Like Francis was like, "Yeah, we're gonna use this as a weapon," and then had the nerve to walk up on him and be like, "Yo, you're free to go." Like, what authority you hold, nigga?
But you know what's crazy though? he dead ass was about to walk away though.
And
Like,
then
he was about to walk
smelt
away
that
for like
nigga.
3 steps.
And then smelt that nigga and was like,
And he was like, nah, hold up. I smell pussy. Is that you?
I owe you. He was like, I owe you, my boy. Honestly, we met before, haven't we?
Like, yo, you got away.
Actually, I'm really interested to see how this goes because, like I said, people. I feel like they're gonna keep doing that, scattering different characters whose like relatives have importance earlier in time. Because like we see the Bowers, but Ingrid, if I'm not mistaken, it goes back to like 1935 next, and then the year before that is like '08, and that's like the same
Wait,
year.
season 2 goes back further than this?
Yeah, you ain't catch it. That's the point of what's going on, bro. He's basically going back to try to cease what could lead to the Losers Club existing.
Like I got that this season, but I just didn't think season 2 was gonna go further back.
Yeah, because it's gonna touch all the events that I think it's Mike or Ben in the movies. He points out that all those events that happened 27 years apart. So he keeps going.
Oh, like at the carnivals and
he's
all that
basically a
stuff.
paradox. He's basically a paradox, bro. Like it just loops and loops and loops. So you never really know where it begins. Yeah, you never really know where it begins.
So honestly, we really don't know if the Losers Club killed him. 27 years. He
exactly. Because think about it, once they go back and tell all these stories, they're kind of telling you a prequel and a sequel at the same time. So once they're done with all this, they can loop back to the beginning and maybe he succeeds. And then you get into like an It 3 or something like that, where it's a new story, new cast, where some of those older members from the Losers Club who are alive come back to help newer guys or tell them how to save the day. But to go
they
back,
better not do no It like Leprechaun, man. I don't want to see no It in the hood. I don't want to see no It in the hood.
He ain't making it that far in the hood, bro. But
that'd be OD,
he gonna be getting blasted every 2 seconds he show his face, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, because you know what's wild about him? He really is like some shit that could survive those bullets, but he can't. Like, he's
gonna get stopped. Like he's gonna get stopped.
Yeah, you can clearly stop him. Like chill.
But my point is, 1908 is like the year that he takes Bob Gray, and that's like the first of the events. So like, I'm assuming he's stuck within a time frame right now of 1908 to 2017 or whatever.
I'm gonna say, yeah, that's the first of the events that we know, yeah, because facts. But I'm gonna just the fact that it came to Bob Gray
chronologically
in the form of a child, huh?
But that I think that's just another person that he killed that he wasn't like really running around grabbing people with. Pennywise is the first one that he like goes on a rampage.
And he took the persona along.
Yes, like he took that and kept running with it. Like the kid was like, you know, like in the Venom movie when the symbiote gets on people and it's like traveling from person to person on the way to Eddie Brock.
Right, then it gets to him and it's like, oh, I like this.
Yeah, basically like that. So I think Ingrid Kirsch is going to be relevant to a lot of these stories.
Is she going to be around for a little bit?
Yeah, she's been in Derry the whole time, basically. So I can see her being a relevant character throughout all these stories, and just going back into that kind of stuff. So that's what I got there, is that we're going to be going back and we might even get to go forward again.
You know,
at some point.
Fucked up when the partner died. When he
he's like, I see him, and he went to stop the shot.
He was already in the mode of shooting anything that looked weird down there.
Like what shouldn't be down here, I'm capping the fuck out.
He's like, yo, I thought he was gonna shoot at the kids. I mean, he did.
He was.
I thought he was gonna shoot the kids, and then the partner jumped. I said, damn, man. That's like something. That's what like it was crazy because like the deaths in this series is like you don't even be like oh yeah, like you really be like, damn, man, like
I'm just happy. I'm just happy that that's not Richie's dad. I'll tell you that much. Because it would have sucked if Richie's dad and him went out in the same show. Because he looked enough like he could have been Richie's dad, man, if they really wanted him to.
He definitely did look like it.
But he came in with Hanlon. And if you realize, Leroy is the grandfather in It, the one who's got the farm, because he gets the farm from Rose at the end of the show. So, but you see Will is not there in the new movie. Will's not relevant in any of the movies because he dies, obviously, prior to the event of It.
True.
Which is an interesting one, because I wonder if Ronnie ever comes back and if that's his mom. I kind of doubt it.
Interesting. That would be a wild connection.
Because remember,
I
Ronnie
mean,
leaves,
she's leaving at the end of this season, so I'm guessing she's going to forget
forget, but
most of the stuff.
remember, Will also says he's going to write her to try to help her remember.
Mm,
So I don't know if
true.
that happens that
That's
way or not,
right.
but it's a possibility. Think about it. There could be other characters. Like Lily could have been any of those old ladies in the movies that we see looking at people and then just looking the other way.
I honestly feel like she's gonna end up in a nut house still, and like she's one of those old ladies that we do see. Like I feel like that ass.
Like remember in one of the movies when Georgie got snatched up, an old lady went to check and it seemed weird,
That's
but
Lily.
like I'm like,
That's
yeah,
Lily.
that could easily be Lily just looking, peeking, like, oh,
That's Lily.
that motherfucker back. I ain't dealing with it. Somebody else's problem, remember?
They
Somebody
gonna have to
else's
deal with
problem.
that shit. I ain't dealing with that this year.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see how they sprinkle that in because I feel like if they did that with this season, which was awesome, Marge being Richie's mom and stuff like that, and she carries a lot of the traits of Richie, honestly. Like even when she says we got to kill that fucking clown, if you go back and watch chapter 2,
Yeah,
you
he
can
says that.
see
Yeah.
what's his name, Bill Hatter.
He's the
You can
one.
see the same expression on her face when she says that shit as he does
Right.
when he's like, oh yeah, let's kill this fucking clown. So they make a lot of good connections, and I can only see them doing more of that as they go back. Maybe not necessarily being like Marge. Maybe Richie's father is one of the like his grandfather is one of the characters or some shit.
Richie dies though in the movie.
Richie does not die. Richie is the
Right. So
comedian.
he had a missing sign of Richie though. So that's what it
Well,
was.
remember Richie in the 2017 movie finds that sign in the Nelbit house.
Oh, you're right. He finds the same sign of himself. Yeah, you're right about that. Oh
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's not that he died, but he's showing her that because it's something he's pulling from a different time. Because that's the
It's
coolest thing
just
about
you're part of the
Pennywise
same.
is his perception of time is not like me and you, how we think past.
Right.
He knows these words because of humans, but for him, it's just a rotation. So for us, we think
Right,
1908, we think 2017. For him, he's just in the moment. So like when he dies, I don't think he chooses to go back. I just think that's the cycle that he's in, like predestined.
It's pretty cool how he sleeps. Nigga just sleeps in
And
the
a
blood.
pool and
Just,
pool,
just like
yeah.
just staying there.
But tell me he ain't look fire when he came up out that motherfucker.
Yeah, nah, that shit was
The whole red, bro. Oh my
And then he
god.
kept it, and it was crazy because he kept
It
that for
never
most of the
fades.
rest of the
Yeah,
show.
he never because he doesn't change anymore really for the rest of the show.
Right? Yeah.
When Richie ran
He's
by,
really
gave that
like
motherfucker the finger. Fuck off, clown.
right when he's running. Yeah, that shit was fire.
That shit was so cold. The return of King Richard, my boy. My boy.
Even what he turned into, that shit was dope. He was like turned into some bat.
Kind of like the baby thing at the beginning.
Yeah, but more like with the clown. Yeah,
that baby thing was crazy too, bro.
I'm telling you, that shit was wild, bro. That shit was wild. I didn't understand. Then it got bigger when Maddie let it out in the movie theater. That shit was big as hell. I'm like, oh nah, this shit's wild. That shit was crazy.
Oh, fun fact. I seen this in a video I was watching. The girl in the final episode when all the shit is going crazy, the fog's setting in, and there's that one random woman with the big Pennywise smile in the door.
Yeah, with the balloon next to her.
Plays multiple characters in the franchise. She's on one of the wanted posters, missing posters in either the first or second movie. Betty Ropesome or some shit like that. She also plays the mean ass little boy that was bullying the gay dudes in the beginning of the second movie.
Damn.
Yeah, I found that out and I was like, what? That was a girl? Good shit to her, yo. Kudos to her.
Right, okay, yeah.
Do you have a favorite episode? Mine is 7. Mine is the Black Spot. That shit is such a phenomenal episode. Honestly, those final 3 episodes, I felt like were so strong.
Yeah. Mine's number 8. 8 is my favorite episode. Black Spot is the second. I would say besides that, the episode with Ronnie's mom.
Okay.
My those are like my top 3. I'll say like top out of the 8.
I feel like the beginning episodes are more emotional than they are like wow.
Yeah, that one, yeah, because towards the end, like, because once they showed him, it turned up. Like it got more like, oh yeah, nigga, like y'all about to die. Like,
you know who was a character that my first time watching, I had a roller coaster of feelings about, but this time around I was like totally on their side was Will's mom, Charlotte. I was totally on Charlotte's side. Like I felt like she was actually doing everything proper. Where like some things I was like, oh man, like you are. I can see why your husband's like sit the fuck down a little bit. Where the second time I'm like, yeah, you do what you do, Charlie. Do that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I kind of felt like because her reason for not really wanting to go crazy, apparently she had gotten arrested before, like for the civil rights, you know what I mean, for like
Yeah,
rape and
and
stuff.
I'm
So
cool with her motives, especially in the time period that
yeah,
she's going on in. So I'm cool with her motives. But the first go around, I was kind of more on Leroy's side because I could see how it would make his job difficult and stuff like that. His job was
right, yeah,
difficult enough already, so I get it. But the second go around, I was like, Leroy, you are kind of not necessarily insensitive, but you are like too patriotic.
and then once he smacked Will, I said, nah, you know what? It's I
I
don't
ain't
like
even
you
mad.
no more.
I ain't even mad because Will was bugging.
Nah,
Will.
I take that back. I take that back too. I said that for effect, but how I really feel, that little nigga, he
Will
shouldn't
said
have
some
did that
shit
shit.
like he was in the
Yeah.
right. Like Will was right,
I said
but
that. Nah, I said that when I was on the
but
show. I said, nah, he
you
shouldn't have
can't
said that.
yeah
Why would
you
you say
can't
that
get
for?
off saying that to your parent, bro. Yeah, I'm not like you because I would never let my friends die.
What?
Like
Like,
Will,
yo,
do you understand? You were like
dude,
literally a half a second away from it being you in a box.
right? And that's the
Like,
crazy shit. It was his fault. Like it was his fault, not like his fault directly, but if he wasn't down there trying to be, fucking
and you know what it is? The line he says after he gets smacked basically justifies the father's actions and why he responded like that. It's because he's falling under it just like everybody else is, bro. Like he almost shot you because Pennywise is fucking with his head so good.
right.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
That's
why
what he
his
had
friend is
told.
dead.
He had told the wife that too. Like he like, yo, that wasn't even me. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't
Yeah,
me.
because he like I'm not gonna shit on Leroy. Leroy is actually a really good dad throughout the whole fucking show.
I
Like
thought Leroy
he
was great.
he's
Honestly, I
stern.
thought
He
he was
doesn't
great.
necessarily understand his kid at the beginning, but once the thing happens in the water, he is way more understanding and open minded about it, and eventually is like, okay, I see where we are here. Like I see
Right,
what's going on.
facts.
Especially once the government started telling him what was up. Francis lying ass, bitch ass nigga, fuck him, fuck him. I hope you fucking rot in your
Oh
grave.
yeah, I think him putting the gun to everybody was fire. Like he came in, put the gun to the whole army base, and then he went up to the top dog, went to talk to him, put the gun to him. I just felt like him just being that like that bravado of like his mission. Like y'all niggas are bugging it here. Y'all supposed to just leave everything alone. Like y'all going against y'all word. I thought that was pretty dope. Like I was like
Well,
one black man taking on the whole army. Okay, or the whole what was that
the military basically that was pissing me
military,
off.
right?
Honestly, when they did the black spot, I thought that was crazy. I was like, look at all these white motherfuckers. They're pressing the military right
Yeah,
now.
yo, I was like,
They're
this shit is
pressing the
crazy.
military. That's not even just people. That's the military. Like,
They said
fucking
40. Did 40 people? Nah.
a lot.
I think 23 people died that night. Yeah, in the
But
black spot.
what did you just ask me? Let me go back to what you. Oh, about that scene. Yeah, that scene. You didn't ask me a question, but what I wanted to say about that was that's the exact reason why they wanted Leroy though, is because he exudes no fear. He exudes minimal fear in the situations that would normally strike fear in a man. So, and that was like the worst thing for Pennywise to have is to have him plus his kid who is being raised by a man like that and a mother like that too
Right,
to
right,
be in
right.
front of him, and they basically just passed on all that to everybody else around him, and nobody was really exuding fear. Like, yeah, they were scared, but they were overcoming the fear. That's the only
Right, yeah,
similarity to this group and the Losers Club that they
yeah,
overcame their
yeah,
fear. They weren't
yeah,
really
yeah,
dealing with
yeah.
past traumas. Like the Losers Club has past traumas that he was digging into on top of the fear and the fear of letting it go. All that stuff I was pointing out. Like they had some present day things they were going through, like not
Yeah, they
past
was going
trauma.
on like yeah. They were dealing with their present problems and stuff. And he
Yeah,
was showing them that like more
but
so and stuff like that. Yeah. I think that was yeah. I agree.
shoot,
Yeah,
for all we know,
definitely the whole
Dick
fear
might be a
thing.
relevant character. I don't think it. I don't think Dick would really be a relevant character going into the past. I don't think he's in Derry. I seen somebody say that they thought we would probably get more story about his grandmother also, but I don't think they're from Derry. So like that story that Pennywise shows where like they open the box for the voices. I think that's just relevant to him, and it has nothing to do with Derry. That's just him having the shine.
I think we're gonna see, if not his family line, more people similar with the abilities, just different families. You know, different people.
Yeah, I seen somebody theorize that Bev might be one of them
Huh. Okay, I didn't see
because
that.
remember
Okay.
she was deadlighted, so you don't know how that really affects a person if you don't die to it,
That's true.
or get
She
put in the
was
nut house.
deadlighted. Yeah.
Because like I think almost everybody else either is like in a vegetative state or in the nut house or dead. So like,
Well, you know what's crazy? Like that's my question. What happened to all the high school kids? Are they all
well,
like
remember the
high
high
school
school kids
graduates?
didn't have that happen to them. He told them to go home, and it was like the junior high kids that were there. But that is a
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
question to
saying. Well,
find
just the
out.
school kids that he had in the air. Like a lot of them,
I would
I'm thinking like
assume they're all right because they were kind of in
they
that
all
same
good.
situation as Bev, where like he was kind of like harvesting and holding instead of like consuming. He
True,
didn't
true,
really
true. And
harm
yeah,
these
'cause the
kids.
dad. Well, yeah, that should be all right because the dad snapped out of it as soon as he
Yeah, and I
was
think
like
that also has to do with
reprimanded.
mental strength and stuff like that. You know, Ingrid was a little psycho in the head, so she like was easy to break.
Right.
So
That shit was funny because before he went away, he was like, he did all that, he was shaking, and nigga just stopped. Was like, tough
yo,
crowd, and just went
when
away.
Ingrid grabbed that motherfucker and he said,
Ah,
he said, "Yo, I should eat you, but you're valuable. You're fucking
yeah,
valuable to me because you bring me people
that
to
shit
eat.
was funny.
You entice riots and shit, so I need you around." So
Because he said, yo, go home, I'll be back.
and she said,
Like, no,
"No."
dad, no.
And then she realized that ain't my dad. That ain't my dad. Oh, now you realize it ain't your dad, dumbass.
Like, yeah, you bugging out. She
Took
had the
you 60
dumbass
years.
costume on and shit.
But
Great.
I feel like that sums it all up. I think it's rating time, sir.
She was like a bootleg Harley Quinn. Like, he was like, she was out there with the fucking white
Her
shit. Like,
periwinkle
bitch,
shit
what
was
you
kind of
doing?
creepy too, right? It was kind of creepy.
Yeah, like, yo, it was like, you bugging out, yo. You wildin'.
But like yeah,
You know what? Yeah, it was time for rating. You're right. I had one more thing to say.
go ahead, say
But I ain't even gonna front. The thought. Hopefully, the thought comes back before the show ends.
it. All right, you
Kind
want
of
to start
foolish.
this off?
Yeah, I think I talked a little smack in the beginning about it being like I thought it should be a movie and stuff like that. But I also said I thought it was a great show. I still feel like that. I think in the previous episodes where you kind of like explained this show, it did exactly what you said it was gonna do, like how it goes back and explains pretty well, you know what I mean? But clearly we have more to dig into because you said the new season is even further. So,
Mm-hmm.
but for what they gave us, they explained it pretty well. The CGI, the actors, the story, everything connected. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, honestly.
You
9 out of
know,
10 for
you know,
season 1 of Derry.
my brain is hovering in
Nine
the
out of 10.
8.8, 9 also, and I am very
Just,
skeptical to give
just
it the
give it the
9.
9, man. Just go with the
I am
9, bro.
very skeptical.
Just go with the 9, bro. You fronting. Just roll out the 9, bro.
Yo, this shit just makes you so much more interested in Pennywise. He's continuously creepy. Bill Skarsgård continues to kill the role. Like this is his. I'm sorry, Tim Curry. It's not yours.
Yo, fast.
I'm sorry. You're like the original. He's like Tim Curry is like the Kobe to the Michael now, and it's weird because the Michael came after. But Bill is just too
in this
good, bro.
instance, right? Yeah, because the first Ed is definitely Kobe.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I once again will reiterate. It was the '90s, so I understand why it's not as good as what we got right now. But I can't take away from Bill being so phenomenal in this role as Pennywise. Like the just the way he carries himself, like the sewer scene when he ran up on Lily and stopped, and then slowly backed up. Like everything all his movements as Pennywise are perfect. Him skipping by the parents on the ice and looking at him like motherfucker, y'all can't even stop this. Like boy, he just kills the role.
That was dope. That was an ill
The
scene.
phone call scene with Will that we brought up earlier, where he's doing the Ronnie voice and then starts talking about Richie's burning flesh and crunching bones and all that stuff, and then he says, "Look behind you" or whatever, and he's just on the fridge. That was
crazy.
And then jumps off the fridge and just deadlights this motherfucker to end the episode. To end the episode too, like phenomenal shit. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It can't get to 10, but it's a 9 out of 10, and I look forward to more. and I think we get it next year,
Yeah.
and I think we get more next year too. So
I'm really, you know what? This whole 3 week block really. I said in the beginning, I'm not like the big horror fan, and I'm like the big it, but this makes me so interested in it. Like this show right here really took it. Like, but the movie makes you like, okay, now this is a good clown. This is a good it. But the show, you like, like, nah, where, who, what, when, where, and why? I need all the details. Like,
yeah,
like that's what I need. All.
yeah, because it just shows you that there's so much more backing to what's going on there. Even with them
Yeah,
like explaining like the old story of the tribe, or when she put even how the stone was like taking over the Lily and making her like almost like Smeagol in the ring.
like, word, yeah, she definitely did become Smeagol.
Or when she dropped it in her bag and it shows like this weird multi-dimensional rift or whatever we're in with the sparks flying and all that shit around the rocks. It just adds so much more like, what the fuck is Pennywise or it or whatever it is? Where does it come from? What's the energy source behind this? What does it actually have a beginning and an end? Because we get this whole crash landing in a meteorite story, but it's like once that happened, it's just a fucking time loop for it, and everybody's just stuck in this shit dealing with the bullshit.
No.
What is the
It
purpose
is
of it?
weird.
What was it doing prior to Earth? If it was doing anything, like what is going on? Is this his first like life, and it doesn't know what time is?
Like, it crashed down, took the form of a beam of light, and then it like chilled out until like the first humans came. Like, nigga, you was just chilling. Like, that's just crazy. So yeah, we'll figure it out. You said what the second? You said second season is what 1903.
Huh?
You said the second season takes place in 1903 or something like that. Oh no, that's the
19 like
Bob Gray.
it's like 1930 something, like 35 or some shit like that. They mention all this stuff in the show and in the TV and in the movie. So if you just like go back and look, they'll show you, tell you about
For the
these things.
non-experts up here, if y'all watch this show, leave a comment. Leave a comment because this
Tell
shit is
us how
special.
you felt. What stood out to y'all, man? Like, what was the moments? Because it's full of moments, honestly.
Right, like this is nonstop. It's nonstop on action and like just story and plot and Pennywise, and it's a great ass show. I'm looking forward to season 2. These are my last word. I'm looking forward to season 2. I know we're gonna set
A
that review. When is
smile is
season 2 is out
something
already?
special. A ribbon is something rare. So I'll be special and I'll be rare. Put a smile and a ribbon in my hair. Nah, but season 2 probably it's not out. Season 2 is supposed to be coming out next year, 27. That's what supposedly slated. Supposedly slated for 27.
We'll be back next year for more basically.
Yes, we will. More welcome to Derry. But like we said, like, comment, subscribe, man. Tell us what you thought. Drop your non-expert opinions on the non-experts.
Blak Cinco.
Episode 36. Welcome to Derry.
Yeah.
It was nice being with y'all again.
Peace.